I think now it is clear. Okay ma, so CMA final. సో ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్లో మనం బేసిక్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ మాట్లాడుకున్నాం. సో ఇప్పుడు సబ్జెక్ట్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ గురించి మాట్లాడదాం ఈ క్లాస్లో. సో ఇన్ టుడేస్ క్లాస్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డిస్కస్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్స్ రిలేటింగ్ టు టీచింగ్ ఆర్డర్ ఆల్సో. సబ్జెక్ట్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్తో పాటు టీచింగ్ ఆర్డర్ కూడా. సో టీచింగ్ ఆర్డర్ మీన్స్ ఇన్ విచ్ వే వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డిక్టేట్ అవర్ సిలబస్. మనకున్న CMA ఫైనల్ సిలబస్ని మనం ఏ ఆర్డర్లో, ఏ చాప్టర్ తర్వాత ఏ చాప్టర్ డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం, అదే టీచింగ్ ఆర్డర్. ఓకే, సో మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్ ఆన్లైన్లో వినొచ్చు ఈ క్లాస్ని. సో కొంచెం జాగ్రత్తగా ప్లాన్ చేసుకోండి. అండ్ ఆఫ్లైన్కి ఎవరైతే ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటున్నారో అమ్మా, సో యాజ్ ఎర్లీ యాజ్ పాసిబుల్ ఆఫ్లైన్ ప్లాన్ చేసుకోండి. వై? బికాస్ క్లాసెస్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి కంటిన్యూగా జరుగుతాయి. నాకున్న చిన్న ఎంగేజ్మెంట్, ఆఫీస్ ఎంగేజ్మెంట్స్ వల్ల, ఎంగేజ్మెంట్ మీన్స్ వర్క్స్. ఓకే, సో ఆఫీస్ వర్క్స్ వల్ల సో బయటికి వెళ్ళాల్సి వచ్చింది, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ స్టేషన్. సో ఢిల్లీ వెళ్ళి ఒక 3 to 4 days అక్కడ స్పెండ్ చేసి ఉండాల్సి వచ్చింది. లేదంటే ఇంకొంచెం ఎర్లీగా మీకు క్లాసెస్ బిగిన్ అయ్యేవి. లా క్లాసెస్ ఆల్రెడీ మీకు 3 సబ్జెక్ట్స్ అవుతున్నాయి. సో లా గ్రూప్ 3లో అబౌట్ టు స్టార్ట్. యాక్చువల్లీ అవర్ ప్లాన్ ఈస్ టు స్టార్ట్ సమ్వేర్ అరౌండ్ వే బ్యాక్ 1 week ఎర్లియర్, వీక్ ముందే స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి. బట్ చిన్న ఆఫీస్ వర్క్స్ వల్ల కొంచెం లేట్ అయింది. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి మీకు కంటిన్యూస్గా క్లాసెస్ అవుతాయి. ఆఫ్లైన్కి వచ్చేవాళ్ళు ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ క్లాసెస్ ఉంటాయి, అదే స్కెడ్యూల్ మీకు చెప్తారు, ఆ స్కెడ్యూల్ ఫాలో అయిపోండి. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి రేర్గా క్లాసెస్ క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతాయి. క్యాన్సిలేషన్ అనేది ఉండదు ఆల్మోస్ట్ 99%. ఏమైనా క్లాసెస్ లేకపోతే మీకు స్కెడ్యూల్లో ముందే ఇన్ఫామ్ చేస్తారు. ఓకేనా? సో నిన్న క్లాస్ లేకపోవడానికి రీజన్ అది చెప్పా కదా, వర్క్స్ వల్ల అది ఢిల్లీ నుంచి రావడం, అక్కడ నుంచి కొంచెం లేట్ అయింది. అండ్ సారీ ఫర్ దట్. ఆన్లైన్లో వినేవాళ్ళు అలాగే ఆఫ్లైన్లో ఎవరైతే వస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళు కొంచెం రెగ్యులర్గా క్లాసెస్కి రండి. అండ్ ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్లో మనం సిలబస్ ఎప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ అవుతుందో కూడా డిస్కస్ చేసాం, April 2nd week. సో వీఆర్ అబైడ్ బై దట్. సిలబస్ కంప్లీషన్ డేట్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా ముందుకు వెళ్ళదు, అదే టైంలో సిలబస్ కంప్లీట్ అవుతుంది. మీన్ వైల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ అవర్స్ కొంచెం షెడ్యూల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఆర్ డిక్రీజ్ ఉంటుంది అంతే. ఇన్ టైంలో మీకు సిలబస్ అయిపోతుంది. సో అది ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ నుంచి మీకు ఉండే ప్రామిస్. ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒకసారి సిలబస్ చూద్దాం. పేపర్ నెంబర్ 13లో ఏ చాప్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అలాగే టీచింగ్ ఆర్డర్ గురించి కూడా డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఇన్ విచ్ ఆర్డర్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు కంప్లీట్ ద సిలబస్. ఓకే, సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ దిస్ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ బోర్డ్ బుక్, ICMA బోర్డ్ బుక్, చాప్టర్ బుక్ అంటారు కదా. సో అది ఇందులో 100 marks బైఫర్కేషన్ ఒకసారి చూస్తే, సో పేపర్ నెంబర్ 13 నేమ్ వచ్చేసి CEL, కార్పొరేట్ అండ్ ఎకనామిక్ లాస్. సో ఇట్ కంప్రైజెస్ ఆఫ్ కార్పొరేట్ లాస్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఎకనామిక్ లాస్. That is why bifurcation here is section A, corporate laws, which comprises of 60 marks, section B, economic laws, which comprises of 40 marks. And the bifurcation of corporate laws is 3 acts or 3 concepts. Not all the 3 concepts are not acts, 3 concepts. First concept is relating to Companies Act, which comprises of 40 marks, which you can see in the screen, marks weightage. And next, IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. So this is IBC. It comprises of 10 marks, 10%. Okay, and apart from Companies Act and IBC, which comprise of 40 plus 10, so we have already discussed section A is having 60 marks weightage. Out of 60 marks, 40 marks Companies Act, 10 marks IBC. So balance 60 minus 40 minus 10, balance is 10 marks. The 10 marks is attributable to the concepts called CG, CSR, SD. CG, corporate governance, CSR, corporate social responsibility, and SD, sustainability development or sustainable development. This is section A bifurcation of 60 marks, 40 plus 10 plus 10. So 40 Companies Act, 10 IBC, 10 CG, CSR, SD. So apart from this section A, another section is also there, that is section B, economic loss. So economic loss weightage is 40 marks, 40% of your total weightage. But this 40 marks or 40% weightage consists of lot of acts. But good thing here is all are very small acts. Quantitatively and qualitatively, from both the aspects, all the acts or all the concepts that are there in section B are very easy to learn. Economic loss 40. Okay, so if we saw what are the concepts that are there in section B, that is 40 marks weightage, comprised of first one SEBI, which is very important. SEBI 10% weightage. Next one Competition Act 2002. Next FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Next laws and regulations relating to banking sector as well as insurance sector. After that MSME. After that cyber laws. After that anti-money laundering. So except FEMA, or except SEBI, all other remaining concepts are having 5 marks weightage. Okay, so like that bifurcation has been allocated to section B concepts. So section A 60% weightage, section B 40% weightage. Corporate loss and economic loss both comprises to our paper number 13 is nothing but CEL, corporate and economic loss. So corporate and economic, corporate weightage 60%, economic loss weightage 40%. So everybody is familiar with the bifurcation of syllabus, right? Bifurcation of syllabus అర్థమైందా? 100 మార్క్స్లో ఏమున్నాయి మీకు అర్థమైందా? ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఓకే, కార్పొరేట్ లాస్లో మూడు కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటి కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్, రెండోది ఐబీసీ ఇన్సాల్వెన్సీ బ్యాంక్రప్సీ కోడ్ అంటారు. నెక్స్ట్ సిజీ, సిఎస్ఆర్, ఎస్డి. ఓకే, ఎకనామిక్ లాస్ వచ్చేసరికి ఫస్ట్ ఫెమా సెబీ ఉంది కదా ఇందా. సో సెబీ ఉంది కదా, సెబీ ఒక్కటి 10 మార్క్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఆల్ అదర్ రిమైనింగ్ ఫెమా, కాంపిటీషన్, ఎంఎస్ఎంఈ, బ్యాంకింగ్, ఇన్సూరెన్స్, సైబర్ లాస్, యాంటీ మనీ లాండరింగ్, వీటన్నిటికీ కూడా ఈచ్ వన్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ 5 మార్క్స్ వెయిటేజ్. ఓకే, సో దట్ కంప్రైజెస్ ఆఫ్ రిమైనింగ్ 40% మార్క్స్. So this is our syllabus structure. Sir, what is the teaching order? What is meant by teaching order? Teaching order is nothing but which concepts we are discussing first and which concepts we are discussing next. So first మనం ఏది మాట్లాడతాం, నెక్స్ట్ ఏం మాట్లాడతాం. సో ఫస్ట్ ఐబీసీ డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఐబీసీ ఇన్సాల్వెన్సీ అండ్ బ్యాంక్రప్సీ కోడ్ 2016. ఐబీసీ. So first of all we are going to discuss IBC 2016, which is having 10% weightage in your examination point of view. After that, Companies Act. Companies Act is also having few concepts which are having heavy weightage in your examinations, like directors and KMP, board meetings and procedures, inspection, investigation, like that. Few concepts are there. I'll tell you at a later point of time. So those concepts we are going to discuss first in Companies Act. Like that, remaining syllabus we are going to complete in the due course. క్లియరా? అర్థమైందా మనం ఎట్లా డిస్కస్ చేస్తాము? ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఐబీసీ ఈరోజు మీకు క్లాస్లో స్టార్ట్ చేయబోయేది ఐబీసీ 2016, ఇన్సాల్వెన్సీ అండ్ బ్యాంక్రప్సీ కోడ్ 2016. ఓకే, సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద వెయిటేజ్ అలొకేటెడ్ టు ఐబీసీ in examination point of view means it is 10%, but on paper it is looking like 10%, but there are certain cases, not certain cases, there are lot of cases in examinations where examiner used to test the knowledge of students to the tune of 14, 16, 18 marks also, only from IBC. First of all, one thing I wish to clear for all of you, whatever the weightages they are giving in your paper pattern, it is there, no, each and every subject syllabus marks weightage distribution pattern will be there, no, that is not fixed and final, that is tentative weightage. Tentative weightage means maybe like that, that means 50%. Another 50% chance may not be like that. So these are all tentative weightages, not fixed and final weightages. There is no hard and fast rule which is arresting the examiner or restricting the examiner, saying that you should not ask for 11 marks from IBC in CMA final examinations like that. It is their prerogative. They may ask for 12, 13, 14, 15 according to their will and wish. Okay, so even though IBC appearing to be a small act which is having 10% weightage, but no, this IBC is very, very important for all of you in upcoming examination. Okay, so minimum 10%, maximum, who knows, 14, 16, 18 also, chances are there. Okay, so that is why very, very important to score maximum marks in examinations. And why I am starting with IBC? So even though you are a regular batch students, why I am starting your classes with IBC means this is very, very interesting and new age act. If you see Companies Act, the spirit is derived from old Companies Act only. Of course, administrative provisions and another penal provisions, lot of provisions are deviated and updated and modified, but the spirit remains old. But IBC is not like that. It is a new age and modern act, which is very simple to understand. And for your practical knowledge also, even though after your qualification, if you wish to go to practice, then IBC is one of the welcoming step to start your, because very few practitioners, insolvency practitioners are there in the market. So if you properly understand what is there in IBC, it is very, very helpful for all of you from both examination point of view and from practice point of view also. So it is going to have very big weightage both in exams and in your life also. So for that reason, I wish to start my classes with IBC, Insolvency Bankruptcy Code 2016. Okay, so let's start our today's discussion with IBC. After that, so I wish to clarify one thing. 129 in index 129 is there, no? So these are all subtopics in this main topic. These are all subtopics in this main topic. What is main topic? Companies Act 2013. What are subtopics? Whatever the names that are there appearing in your screen, numbering from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All these sub-concepts are Companies Act 2013 subtopics: company formation and conversion, investments and loans, dividends, accounts and audit, board of directors and KMP, board meetings and procedures, inspection, inquiry, investigation, compromise arrangement, amalgamation, prevention of operation and mismanagement. So these are all subtopics. Okay, so with 1 to 9 Companies Act is there, 10th one IBC is there, 11th one CGCSR SD is there. So total comprises of 3 concepts. So these 3 concepts weightage we have discussed in the beginning of the session. These 3 concepts comprises of how many marks? 60% mark. Okay, na? So this is corporate. This module is corporate loss module. Another module is also there, that is economic loss module. Economic loss. So what is the weightage allocated for the economic loss? 40%. What is the weightage allocated for corporate loss? 60%. Okay, so I hope everything is clear as of now. So I wish to start IBC right now. Yes, very good. So this is IBC. This is IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Very, very important. Okay, so first of all, sir, what is meant by IBC, Insolvency Bankruptcy Code What is the meaning of, and why this code has been adopted? What is the necessity for IBC implementation? So simple thing, this particular code or this particular act mainly dealt with IBC and bankruptcy, insolvency and bankruptcy procedures. Insolvency and bankruptcy procedures. So the thing is, IBC came into force from 2016. How do you know? You can easily say that the name of the code is saying that IBC 2016. So some students may ask right now, sir, in India before 2016, do you mean there are no acts which are dealing with insolvency and bankruptcy procedures? If you are saying that IBC came into force from 2016, I'll also say the date also, 1st December 2016, which is also celebrated as AIDS Day. Okay, so IBC commencement date is, enforcement date is 1st December 2016. Do you mean to say before 1st December 2016, there are no acts or rules or legislations which are dealing with insolvency and bankruptcy procedures? Means answer is a big no. No. There are lot of acts, lot of rules, lot of provisions which are exclusively dedicated to dealt with IBC activities, insolvency activities, bankruptcy activities. But what is the unique feature this particular code is having, and what are the qualities the previous legislations are not having? Means time bound resolution. That is very, 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 very important. You have to carry this knowledge, you have to remember these points for a longer period of time. Why? Because this is the unique feature of this entire IBC. What is the unique feature? This IBC is having time bound resolution. Which resolution? Time bound resolution. That means what? Time bound resolution means what? Time bound resolution means this IBC code is particularly and committedly giving specific timelines for each and every activity and sub activities. For each and every activity, say for example, if insolvency process is including 10 steps, then for each and every step timelines are there. In order to complete the first step, 7 days time. In order to complete the second step, 9 days time. In order to complete the third step, 2 days time. In order to complete the fourth step, 5 days time. Like that. For each and every step, time bound activities, time bound resolutions are there, and maximum time under IBC is 330 days. 330 days. That means less than a year it will take to provide solution for your problem under IBC. Whereas lot of other acts also used to be there, no? Those activity under those acts, if you file a case, then your case will run over years and decades also. But when it comes to IBC, if you file a case, you will get the resolution within 330 days. This is the maximum time. In a majority of the cases, you will get the resolution within 270 days itself. 270. This 330 is exceptional case. What is that exception? I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you at a later time of our discussion. Now, why I am introducing these timelines and all means IBC is a very beautiful act which is helping lot of financial institutions, lot of money lenders to recover their dues. And not only for money lenders, for money borrowers also, it is providing time bound resolution. Say for example, your intention is good, you are under an obligation to repay the money which you have taken from money lenders. So you are ready and willing to pay, but all you need is time. All you need is time. You wish to enter into a reconstruction scheme with money lenders for which they are not in agreement. They are not agreeing to accept the reconstruction scheme and all. Now what you can do, you can file a case under IBC and you can get the time-based resolution as early as possible. And according to IBC, if court approves your time-based, what do we call it, reconstruction, repayment pattern, then everybody should agree. Each and every money lender should agree. They don't have any sort of rights to go against the order of the court. If they will go, it will just become contempt of the court. Okay. So it is not only helping the money lenders, it is also helping the money borrowers also. Why? Because every money borrower is not a fraudulent money borrower. So everybody, no one will take the money to abscond the money at first stage itself. So their intentions may be good also, but things are not working in their favor. Then what they can do, they will approach the court and will get the time-based resolutions as early as possible. Say for example, మీరు ఒక house loan తీసుకొని, if you have obtained a house loan or car loan or whatever the loan, say for example, from a money lender you have lent 12,50,000, 12.5 lakhs, and your agreement is to repay on EMI. Each equated monthly installments will be there, no? So EMI is 28,000 per month. 10 years, say for example 5 years or 6 years, something is there. So 12.5 lakhs, 28,000 is there, is your EMI. Unfortunately, due to unavoidable circumstances or recession or war effects, unfortunately, you just lost your job. Now, you are willing to repay the money. Okay, you are not under an intention to abscond the money or escape the obligation. You are fully committed to repay the money to the money lender which you have borrowed. But all you need is time. You need reconstruction. Why? Because you don't have income source, no? Or suddenly your income source are depleted. Previously you used to earn 1 lakh per month. Now your income source has been reduced to 60,000 per month. Now you are ready and willing to repay the money on equated monthly installments basis, but all you need is time. So 13,000 per month EMI you are ready and willing to pay, 13,000 EMI, but for tenure of 10 years. How many years, ma? 10 years. So previously at the time of taking the loan, you are in agreement with the money lender to repay the money in 5 years, 20,000 EMI. But all of a sudden your income sources are depleted and you need time. For that reason, you wish to extend the tenure from 5 years to 10 years and you wish to reduce the EMI from 28,000 to 13,000. You straight away go to money lender and if you say this proposal, if you communicate this proposal, many money lenders will not agree for that. Why? Because they are abide by the original terms and conditions. Almost 90 to 95% of money lenders will not agree for this kind of reconstruction. But if you go to IBC, sir, how to file a case under IBC and all, I will tell you. Separate administration body is also there, IBBI, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. What is the board, ma? Who is the administrator of IBC 2016? IBC means Insolvency Bankruptcy Code. So who is administrating this IBC implementation means IBBI, Insolvency Bankruptcy Code. This is one of the renowned MCQ, famous MCQ, multiple times examiner asked. Who is the administrating body of IBC 2016? In order to confuse you, they will communicate, they will similar option, they will try to confuse your mind with similar options like RBI, SBI, IBBI, like that. Many people will confuse that first option itself, RBI. Why? Because bankers king is there, no? Bankers banker, RBI. So who is supreme body other than RBI? Many people will tick option A, RBI. But the answer is what? RBI or SBI? Neither RBI nor SBI. It is IBBI. IBBI means what? Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. What is the role of this IBBI? This IBBI is the administrating body for the implementation of this IBC provisions. IBC provisions means what? Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 provisions. Okay, so this is the point. So I'll tell you. So first of all, coming to the introduction relating to this IBC enacted on May 28. Sir, you said that 8th day, December 1st, 2016 is the enforcement date. Yes, this is enactment date. But this is came into effect from December 1st, 2016 onward. And still it is not fully notified. It is implementing on phase-wise manner. Majority of the provisions are renounced and majority of the provisions are applicable, but still the act is under construction. I'll tell you why, because I'll tell you this IBC is applicable to each and everybody except one body, FSP, Financial Service Providers. Why FSP not applicable and all I'll tell you. At that time I'll tell you why this is going to renunciated in phase-wise manner and all I'll tell you. Okay. Next one, administered by whom? IBBI, Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India. And what is the objective of this IBC? Means very simple. In order to make justice to both money lender and money borrower. IBC is not taking any stand. So IBC always make justice to only money lenders, not for money borrowers, or always do justice to money borrowers, not for money lenders, like that. No, all are before, in the eyes of all are equal before the eyes of law. For that reason, IBC's objective is to make justice to both money lenders as well as money borrowers. It is rewritten here as to consolidate and amend laws relating to insolvency of companies, LLPs, partnership and individuals, and ensure time-bound resolution. Sir, what is this? Very simple. I have already communicated this, no? Previously, before IBC 2016 also, lot of acts are there. But neither of the acts are providing any sort of time-based resolution. Say, for example, if you filed a case under some X Act, Y Act, Z Act, or whatever the act is there at the time of at that point of time, no guarantee or no warranty that your case will be settled within so and so days. It will keep on going years and decades. But in case of IBC, the situation is entirely different. IBC, it is providing time-based resolution, time-bound resolution. Okay, so which is creating a unique signature when compared with other acts. Sir, from beginning of this session, you are saying that other acts. What are the other acts, sir? Yes, I'm going to tell you the list of these acts. So, are we going to remember these acts list and all? No. No need to remember these acts list and all. So, just have a some sort of newspaper reading about this acts list and all. Why? Because currently no one is using these acts. Why? Because in this place a new code came into existence, and that new code currently we are studying. That new code name is IBC 2016, Insolvency Bankruptcy Code 2016. Sir, what are the erstwhile legislations? Yes, erstwhile legislations are Chapter 19 and 20 of Companies Act 2013, Part 6A and 7 and Section 391 of Old Companies Act 1956, RDD BFI Act. RDD BFI means recovery of debts. RD means what? Recovery of debts. Another D is there, no? That is dues. Due to. So, recovery of debts due to BFI, banks and financial institutions. RDD BFI means what, ma? Recovery of debts due to banks and financial institutions Act 1993. 1993. Next one, SURF-IZ Act. SURF-IZ means it is there in your syllabus also, ma? In economic laws relating to banking sector. I just before the beginning of this session, I just told you about the syllabus structure also, right? So at that point of time, 5 marks weightage, laws relating to banking sector is there, no? In that banking sector laws, you are going to study about this SURF-IZ Act. SURF-IZ means securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of Security Interest Act. 2002. So come again with the full form of SURFICE. Lot of times this is also asked as asked in MCQ form. What is the full form of SURFICE? SURFICE full form: securitization and reconstruction of what? Of financial assets. Securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002. This is SURFICE. Before SURFICE, what? RDD-BFI. RDD-BFI means what? Recovery of debts due to Banks and Financial Institutions Act. Okay. After that, SICA Act. SICA. SICA Act means Sick Industrial Companies Act. The Presidency, Towns and Insolvency Act, Provincial Insolvency Act, Chapter 13 of LLP Act 2008. These are all different laws which are applicable to their what we call ground LLPs, companies, individuals, like that. Okay, so this one is applicable for LLP, this one is for companies, and this one is for individuals, like that, for each and every kind of nature of a person and all. So the different acts used to be there, but IBC consolidated all these acts. For that reason, in objective, first point what we have learned, consolidate. Consolidate means lot of multiple acts are there. We are consolidating all these multiple acts into one act, that is consolidate and amend. First you are consolidating and second you are amending. Consolidate and amending. Amend laws relating to insolvency of companies, not only for companies, LLPs, partnerships and individuals. And what is the unique feature of this IBC? It is providing ensure time-bound resolution. That means previous laws are unable to provide time-based resolutions, where IBC is able to provide time-bound resolutions. Are we clear? That is the point. So before IBC 2016, there were multiple overlapping laws and adjudicating forums dealing with financial failure and insolvency of companies and individuals in India. A lot of acts are there. The list of these acts is as follows. This legal and institutional framework did not facilitate lenders in effective and timely recovery or restructure of default assets. So even though a lot of acts are there, no act is able to provide the required solution to the money lenders as well as money borrowers what they are actually in need of it. But IBC is providing such kind of solutions or resolutions. Okay, that is why IBC is very unique and separate from all the previous acts. So, and one of the key objectives, objective means nothing but goal. So why IBC is there? What is the goal of IBC? Previously lot of acts used to be there. What exactly what are the features that are this act is having when compared with other acts? Means distinguishing factors we used to say, no? What is exactly distinguishing factors means? First of all, it is promoting entrepreneurship. To promote entrepreneurship. How it is promoting entrepreneurship, I'll tell you. Second one, to provide time-bound resolutions. Multiple times I have already discussed. No other act is providing any time-based resolutions except IBC. So, and it is maximizing the value of assets. I'll tell you how IBC is helping to maximize the value of assets. I'll tell you. Next, to balance the interest of all stakeholders and to establish IBBA. I have already told this, no? IBBA is the administrating authority for IBC. Okay, so now we are going to discuss how IBC is helping to maximize the value of assets. Very simple. Say for example, I am a money borrower. I lend money from State Bank of India. How much money? 80 crore money I have borrowed from State Bank of India. So for what purpose I have borrowed the money from State Bank of India? Means I wish to start travels business. So I used to purchase buses from Karnataka. Volvo plant is there, no? So from Karnataka Volvo plant, each bus costing 1.5 crore. like that, and remaining money for administrative expenditure, like that. 30 buses I bought Volvo company. 30 into 1.5, how much ma? 45 crore. Remaining 35 crore for administrating. So staff salaries and rental expenditure I have to incur, no? So for 35 crore, I have set aside for administrative expenditure. Okay. So 80 crore bifurcation. 45 crore, this is 35. Okay. Now listen. Suddenly a pandemic like COVID or war or like demonetization situation, like something unfortunate or unexpected happen to the economy, and I wish to shut down my entire business for a few days due to unforeseen circumstances. It is not a planned one, it is unplanned one. Every business will affect, no, with this kind of activities, almost every business will affect. Like that, my business also affected. So if my business affected, if I shut down my business for on a temporary basis, what is the impact of this shutdown on my cash flows? Tell me, if I shut down my business, I'm going to receive huge cash flows, or almost my cash flows are dried up. Almost my cash flows are dried up. I'm not doing business. How will I receive money from customers? I have to return the money to customers for advance booking tickets also. Like that, my cash flows entirely dried up, and I have no money left to pay the EMIs which I have brought money from State Bank of India. Okay, so now listen carefully. Listen carefully. Being I'm having no money to pay the EMIs to State Bank of India, I used to skip the EMIs. First EMI skipped. Okay, notice they'll send your EMI skipped and may affect your CIBIL score and all. First EMI, notice they'll come. They'll deliver. Second EMI skipped. Okay, third EMI, fourth, fifth, sixth. Like that, if I skip, say for example, 10 EMIs, if I skipped, then banker or financial institution or whatever the money lender, say for example, State Bank of India, in the place of State Bank of India, for example, some X, Mr. X. Why? Because this IBC is not applicable to banks and financial institutions. Okay, so in State Bank of India place, I am assuming Mr. X. I have borrowed 80 crores from Mr. X, an individual. Okay, so Mr. X lost trust upon me regarding the recovery of the loan. Why? Because I'm not doing business and I'm not paying EMIs on time. Okay, now he want his money back. Do I have money to repay all his whatever the debt outstanding is there? No, do I have money to repay, or do I have money to pay the EMIs? Why? Because my business is not operating in a good condition. Okay, so I need extension of time to repay the, I'm fully committed to repay the money which I have borrowed from Mr. X. I'm fully committed, but I need time. Whereas that is from debtor's point of view, that is my point of view. From creditor's point of view, he need his money. He need his money. So in order to provide a time-based resolution, actually he provided money on the basis saying that even though if I defaulted, he is having buses, no, he can sell the buses and he can recover the money on that guarantee, or on that note he lent the money to me. But listen, previously I have already told, no act is providing time bound resolutions. So previously, as per previous laws, if he filed a case upon me regarding the recovery of the loan by hypothecating the buses or selling the buses and all, it will take time, right? It is not going to approve, or it is not going to decided in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. It may take up to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years also it will take. Meanwhile, during the passage of time, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, what will happen to the value of these buses? If an asset is not using, obviously the value will be depreciated or appreciated? Depreciated. Obviously here also the value of the buses is getting depreciated. And say for example, after 4 years or 5 years, court gave the decree or judgment to the money lender saying that you can sell the buses now. After 4 years or 5 years of this passage of time, obviously these buses will went into scrap. No one will come forward to purchase the buses at 1 crore at least, or 70-80 lakhs also. You have to sell them on scrap basis. Each bus will not fetch not even 7 to 8 lakhs also. Now who is at risk? Both money lender and money borrower, both are at risk. Both the parties are at risk. But exactly at this point of time, what this act is doing, what this IBC is doing means very simple. It is providing resolution on a time based, right? So maximum time 330, that is exceptional case. Average 270 days, right? Final time 270 days. 270 days means less than 1 year. So less than 1 year, if the buses are not going to use, if a operator is not going to use the buses for just 6 months to 1 year basis, then the substantial value of the buses will not get depreciated. 6 months to 1 year. So few persons will not use their cars. They will simply put their cars before their home by simply covering the tarpaulin along both the cars and all, and they will not use the car for 6 to 7 months or 8-9 months like that. Then value of the car will not be depreciated. It will still same only. Here also, if the buses are carefully protected, why? Because few months time is there, no? Few months time only is sufficient, no? 6 months to 8 months like that, then the substantial value of the buses will not get depreciated, and within this 8 months to 9 months and time and all, the money lender will get the order or a decree from the court to sell the buses and recover the money. In the previous case, after 5 years, court gave order to sell the buses, and buses are fetching 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs like that. Now, after, according to IBC, court is giving order within 8 to 9 months. 8 to 9 months, and you are selling the buses in open market, and you can fetch at least 80 to 90 lakhs from each bus. What purchase price 1.5 crore, at least 80 lakhs you can fetch from open market, no? That kind of appreciation, that kind of safeguarding it is providing to the value of the assets. For that reason, I have written this point. In what is the point, ma? To maximize the value of assets of such persons. Assets value, IBC is protecting the assets value. Now everybody understand how IBC is protecting the value of the assets and all, and time bound resolution and promoting entrepreneurship. Thus, how IBC is promoting entrepreneurship? How IBC is promoting? Very simple, ma. If you are in a feeling, or if you are heavily thinking or overthinking about your success or failure regarding the entrepreneurship, say for example you wish to start a business, but you are having this idea from last 4 years, 5 years, 6 years like that, but you are fearing of failure. You are thinking that what will happen if I fail during the leading of this entrepreneurship and all. For that reason, you are not starting your entrepreneurship business. Clear? So now IBC will give the helping hand to you to promote your entrepreneurship. Why? Because even though you end up as a failure, nothing to worry. IBC is there to protect you the value of your assets, and hardly IBC is there. Hardly what money lenders will do, ma? You are thinking that if I turned up to a failure, how can I pay my EMIs? How can I pay my loans and all? That is your fear, no? But IBC is there to help you to extend that, to give the extension of timeline to repay the loans or to settle your dues. So that in this way, IBC is promoting the young entrepreneurs to help to achieve their dreams. So don't think much about financial failure. IBC is there. IBC is backing you. 101% మీరు డబ్బులు కట్టాల్సిందే అన్నది వేరు, ఐబీసీ ముందుకు వచ్చి మీకు ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ టైం ఇవ్వడం వేరు. ఐబీసీ లాంటి ఒక యాక్ట్, ఒక సపోర్ట్ మీకు ఉంటే డెఫినెట్లీ నువ్వు ముందుకెళ్తావు. ఒక స్టోరీ ఉంటుంది. ఎట్లా అంటే, ఒక ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ ఉంటాడు, ఆయన బిజినెస్లో బాగా లాసెస్ వచ్చి బాగా ఇబ్బంది పడుతూ ఉంటాడు. వన్ ఫైన్ డే సూసైడ్ చేసుకోవాలని ఎక్కడికో వెళ్తాడు. అక్కడ ఒక పెద్ద బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ వస్తాడు. ఆయన వచ్చి ఏం చేస్తాడంటే, యాక్చువల్లీ ఈయనకు తెలియని విషయం ఏంటంటే ఆ బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ కూడా చాలా లాసెస్లో ఉంటాడు. బట్ ఆయనకు ఒక పాజిటివ్ స్పిరిట్ ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పటికైనా నేను ఇదంతా ఓవర్కమ్ అవుతాను అనేటువంటి ఒక పాజిటివ్ ఇంటెంట్ ఉంటుంది. వేరేజ్ ఈ పర్సన్ సూసైడ్ చేసుకోవాలని చెప్పి ఇక్కడికి వస్తాడు. తన స్టోరీ అంత డిస్కషన్ అయిన తర్వాత ఆయన ఏం చేస్తాడంటే, ఈయనకు ఒక పాజిటివ్ ఇంటెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలని, సో టేక్ మై చెక్ అని చెప్పి ఒక చెక్ మీద ఒక 1 crore అమౌంట్ రాసేసి సంతకం పెట్టేసి సైన్ చేసి ఇచ్చేస్తాడు. సో ఎవరికి తెలియని విషయం ఏంటంటే ఆ బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ అకౌంట్లో కూడా డబ్బులు లేవు. ఆయన కూడా చాలా లాసెస్లో ఉన్నాడు. ఆ చెక్ తీసుకున్న అదర్ పర్సన్ ఉంటాడు కదా, ఎవరైతే ఈ స్ట్రగ్లింగ్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ ఉన్నాడో వాడేమనుకుంటాడు, వాడికి తెలియదుగా డబ్బులు లేవని. ఆయన ఒక పోస్ట్ డేట్ చెక్ ఇస్తాడు. అంటే సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇవాళ 10th March కదమ్మా, 10th April అని. అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఎనార్మస్ బూస్ట్ అండ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ టు ద అదర్ పర్సన్ హూ ఈస్ రిసీవింగ్ ద చెక్, సేయింగ్ దట్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రిసీవ్ 1 crore ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఫెలో ఆన్ 10th April 2026. నాకు డబ్బులు వస్తాయన్న కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు నీ ఇంటెంట్ ఒకలా ఉంటుంది. నీకు ఏ హోపు లేనప్పుడు నీ ఇంటెంట్ ఒకలా ఉంటుంది. సో ఇతను ఏం చేస్తాడంటే ఆ హోప్తో చాలా కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా ఉండి దాన్ని చూపించి క్రియేటర్స్ దగ్గర మెటీరియల్ అప్పు తేయడం. ఎందుకంటే క్రియేటర్స్ ఇతన్ని చూసి అప్పేవట్ల, అతను చెక్ ఇచ్చాడుగా, చెక్ రెడీగా ఉందిగా, అందుకని అప్పిస్తున్నారు. అక్కడ నుంచి ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు పడిపోతావేమో అని చెప్పి స్టార్ట్ చేయకుండా ఉండడం వేరు, నీకు సపోర్ట్ ఉంది అనుకుని ముందుకు వెళ్ళడం వేరు. నిజంగా నీకు సపోర్ట్ లేకపోయినా ఉంది అనేటువంటి కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ నీకు ఉన్నప్పుడు డెఫినెట్లీ నువ్వు చాలా గ్రో అవుతావు. ఐబీసీ అలాంటి సపోర్ట్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్కి ఇస్తుంది. చెప్పా కదా మీకు అట్ ద బిగినింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద సెషన్, నేను మీకు డిస్కస్ చేశా కదా, ఐబీసీ ఈజ్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఆర్ ఐబీసీ ఈజ్ ఇది పాత యాక్ట్స్ అన్నిటిని కూడా ఒక డిస్టింగ్విష్ ఫీచర్, ఒక యూనిక్ ఫీచర్ ఏంటి అంటే ఇట్ ఈజ్ హ్యావింగ్ టైమ్ బౌండ్ రిజల్యూషన్. సో నువ్వు ఒక ఫెయిల్యూర్ వచ్చావు, అక్కడతో ఉండిపోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఐబీసీ ప్రకారం టైమ్ బౌండ్ రిజల్యూషన్ ఉంటుంది, సెటిల్ చేసుకుంటావు, విత్ ఇన్ 1 year బయటకు వస్తావు, అదర్ ఆప్షన్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేసుకో, దట్స్ ఇట్. నథింగ్ మచ్ టు డిస్కస్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ మచ్ టు డిప్రెస్ అయిపోయి వెళ్ళిపోవాల్సిన, ఎక్కడికో అండర్ గ్రౌండ్కి వెళ్ళిపోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఈసీ మీకు ఉంది. మీకు తర్వాత సిఐఆర్పి అండ్ బ్యాంక్రప్సీ ప్రొసీజర్ వస్తుంది. సిఐఆర్పి అంటే ఏంటి, ఐబీసీ అంటే బ్యాంక్రప్సీ కోడ్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, మీరు ఇన్కమ్ సోర్సెస్ ఏమున్నాయి, ఈఎంఐస్ ఎట్లా పే చేస్తారు, మీ సోర్సెస్ బట్టి ఈఎంఐస్ ఎట్లా డిక్రీ ఇవ్వచ్చు అనేది ఇక్కడ ఐబీసీలో డిస్కస్ చేస్తాము. అందులో మీరు ఎంతైతే పే చేస్తానని అంటారో దాని ప్రకారమే ప్లాన్, దాన్ని ఆర్పి అంటారు, రెజల్యూషన్ ప్లాన్ అంటారు. ఐల్ టెల్ యూ ఆర్పి మీన్స్ వాట్ అండ్ ఆల్. ఐల్ టెల్ యూ ఆర్పి మీన్స్ రెజల్యూషన్ ప్లాన్. ఆ రెజల్యూషన్ ప్లాన్స్ ప్రకారమే మీకు ఇక్కడ జరుగుతుంది. ఎంతగా సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీరు 1 crore లోన్ ఉన్నా సరే నీ దగ్గర ఉండేది 70,000 80,000 అంతే ఉందనుకోండి అమ్మ, అంతే కట్టగలుగుతున్నారు మీరు, దాని ప్రకారమే రీకన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. అండ్ కొంతవరకు మనీ లెండర్ నుంచి సాక్రిఫైస్ అడుగుతారు, కొంతవరకే, మొత్తం కాదు. సో డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ యువర్ ఫినాన్షియల్ స్టెబిలిటీ అండ్ ఎబిలిటీ, దాని ప్రకారమే నీకు కోడ్ డిజైన్ చేయబడుతుంది, విచ్ ఈస్ లిటరల్లీ హెల్పింగ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ అండ్ కంపెనీస్. ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టు అప్పు తీసుకునే ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు ఎగ్గొట్టడానికి తీసుకోరం, అదామనే ఉంటారు మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్. ఎవడో ఫ్రాడ్ గాళ్ళు ఉంటారు, అది వేరే విషయం. సో ఇక్కడ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే ఇలాంటి జెన్యున్ ఇంటెన్షన్ ఉన్న ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో వాళ్ళందరికీ ఐబీసీ ఈజ్ గివింగ్ ఏ హెల్ప్. ఓకే, సో అది నెక్స్ట్ అప్లికబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఐబీసీ. ఎవరెవరికి అప్లికబుల్, ఇది వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ మా. అప్లికబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఐబీసీ, I think 2 MCQs are there in your material itself, board book, ICMA book. 2 MCQs are there along this among this concept. IBC applicable to whom? Rather than to study regarding the applicability, it is easier to study regarding the non-applicability. IBC is not applicable to only one category of persons, what we call financial service providers, FSPs. FS only to financial service providers like banks and insurance only. IBC is not applicable. Apart from FSPs, whatever the organization is there, apart from FSPs, financial service providers, apart from FSPs, whatever the organization is there, it is a private company, public company, listed, unlisted, small, holding, subsidiary, whatever the company is there, what is LLP, partnership firm, individual, whoever is there, for each and every one, IBC is applicable. For FSP itself, IBC is not applicable. You may ask the question, sir, why for FSPs IBC is not applicable? Why? Because for FSPs, separate recovery mechanism is there, and the recovery mechanism will be discussed in this act. What is the act, ma? SURF-IZ Act. SURF-IZ Act. Securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of security. SURF-IZ. For FSPs, SURF-IZ is exclusively designed for FSPs. For that reason, for FSPs, IBC is not applicable. SURF-IZ is applicable. So, do you understand the logic why for FSPs, IBC is not applicable? They are having a separate act. SURF-IZ is there. SURF-IZ is there to look after the good things and bad things about FSP recovery mechanism. If again IBC is there, again it will create lot of confusion regarding the recovery provisions. For that reason, apart from FSPs, for each and everyone remaining out there, for them IBC is applicable. Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 is applicable. Okay, so this is regarding applicability and non-applicability, objective, and what is the history and background of this IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. We saw the objectives, nothing but goals of this IBC, and what is the background and why IBC is required, IBC is needed, what is the necessity of IBC, previously what kind of laws used to be there and why they are not effective, what is the effective feature in IBC we discussed. Okay, after that, what is the applicability and non-applicability we discussed, applicable to each and everybody except FSPs. Okay, enactment date we have discussed, enforcement date we have discussed. Enforcement date is very important, 1st December 2016. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss about the pillars of IBC. Totally 5 pillars are there. What are the 5 pillars of IBC? You can look at the screen. So first pillar, sorry, this is IBC, this is implementing on 5 pillars. First pillar, IBBI. Second pillar, IPA, Insolvency Professional Agencies. Third pillar, IPs, Insolvency Professional. Fourth one, IU, Information Utilities. Fifth one, Adjudicating Authority. Adjudicating. So these are the 5 pillars on which IBC is applicable. IBC is administered. Okay, so very, very important. Each and every pillar, I have carefully discussed pillar 1, pillar 2 and all. Tomorrow in our regular session, we will discuss about what is the role of these 5 pillars during the administration and implementation of this IBC code 2016. Okay, so whoever are listening these classes through online modes or recording mode, అయితే జూమ్లో వింటున్నారో అలాగే రికార్డింగ్స్ వింటున్నారో ఖచ్చితంగా రేపు క్లాస్కి వచ్చేసరికి ఈ క్లాస్ కంటిన్యూడ్ అయిపోవాలి. అప్పుడే మీకు ఆ కంటిన్యూటీ అనేది అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? అండ్ ఆఫ్లైన్కి ఖచ్చితంగా మీరు వచ్చేలా ప్లాన్ చేసుకోండి. అది గ్రేట్ వాల్యూ అడిషన్ మీకు క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది అదర్ దాన్ ఆన్. ఓకే, సో దట్స్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ టుడేస్ సెషన్. రిమైనింగ్ వీ కెన్ డిస్కస్, will discuss tomorrow regarding 5 pillars. And so this is just brief introduction regarding our subject pattern, అలాగే మన టీచింగ్ ఆర్డర్ గురించి కూడా మాట్లాడుకున్నాం కదా. 60 ఏంటి, 40 ఏంటి, అలాగే టీచింగ్ ఆర్డర్ ఏబీసీ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మనం ఫినిష్ యాక్ట్, తర్వాత ఈసీఎస్ఆర్, ఎకనామిక్ లాస్. క్లియర్ మా? సో రైట్, రిమైనింగ్